power inside with the magic she held, and the freedom I had in me, it swelled. So I found the soul I was searching for. We finally began on the path we were meant to explore. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. In the whispers of night, where dreams softly tread, our love finds its wings on which it is led. Through the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, older the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, our hearts are the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With every note that we play, with every song that we will, we live as our very will, in love's sweet thrill. We are magical freedom, spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Beneath the canvas of the infinite sky, where the whispers of the wind gently sigh, there's a tale of two hearts. In the silence they speak of the magic within, the freedom they seek. With a touch, the glance in the soft moonlight, our shadows dance together into the night. In the echo of our laughter, the world fades away, for in each other's arms is where we'll always stay. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. When every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Let's promise to cherish each moment we share. In this journey of life, nothing else can compare. With the magic she held and the freedom I found, together we're boundless, no limits, no ground. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Let's soar on the chords of this dreamy refrain, where magic and freedom forever remain. In the harmony of us, let the world see the power of love, the magic of we. In a small town down in the valley where the sun rarely shines, I found my life in a cornfield with this song that led me to my life. The sweet songs of the corn did sing, it led me to a destiny. Thought life path through a dream, it was all up to me. But then I heard the willow tree's voice, and it told me it would be okay. With little bunny rabbits laying by my side, I woke up from the dream with a fate and a destiny sealed inside. So the blue sphere was in my hand, and I found my life within a dream. All I needed to do now was find out who I was and what was my purpose. And And then suddenly she came and stood by my side, telling me of the future and the signs I should now find. With my band of voices playing in my head, one of death, one of karma, and one of the lion's head. So I followed the signs and the dream that was in front of me, but I knew I had to control my own destiny. I lost faith, I lost love, I lost me. I almost gave up on the dream. But then I found a spiritual guide, a group of people who lit me up inside, with family and friends who helped me become the man I am. The teachers who taught me were my great gift. Do I learn how whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Welcome on in. Sorry about the lateness. I was trying to dry some tobacco here, and I forgot about the time there. So welcome on in, all of my beautiful stars. Happy Tuesday, and happy anniversary to my one true love who's sitting by my side. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. And this is my one true love of 18 years. This is my beautiful, wonderful wife of 18 years. And we just wanted to say thank you for being a part of our journey and being a part of our lives. You make us have the best life we could ever have.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here, guys. We decided I could come on today and be reading for you guys. She's going to go play on her computer, but we wanted to say I love you.
I love you, honey.
All right. Say goodbye to the wifey.
Bye.
She'll be right over there anyway, so.
Sign up for a reading. He's that good.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I'll take the pat on the back, guys. According to a lot of people, I'm pretty damn good at this shit, so.
Yep, you are.
I try not to get a big head about it, guys. I honestly try to stay a very healthy ego about it. I don't try to get too big in my head there. There, the light went down a little bit. Thank you guys for the happy anniversaries. We have happy anniversary from Terry. We have happy anniversary for, I'm going to call you Liv. Liv, we have happy anniversaries from Crypto. We have happy anniversaries from Demi. He'll be in later. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for helping me celebrate today with my wife. We are going to go have our date day tomorrow. I probably will be streaming in the morning, but I've got some shopping to do. So it depends on how tired I am after that, okay? Because I want to save my energy for our date that day, you know? So I may stream, but not as long tomorrow. I'll probably only do a very short stream, like a 2-hour stream tomorrow for sure. You know, it'll only be a short one. So you guys are getting in line and getting ready for your readings. I have to get my cards out, guys. This is how late I am right now. And I have to put my light on. I have to start the shuffle. So here's how I start my day. So you guys get to see my morning card ritual, okay? I ask this light to guide me to all the love and light that people need to have in their lives. And I ask you to help me find their best day ever. Control their fates, allow their destinies to happen, and let their path lead them to that day. Help me be the blessings that I am. And then my cards come out. And I'm getting all ready for you. So Terry, since you're a first-time chatter and I haven't seen you here before, and maybe you've changed your name or something like that, but here's how it works in my stream here. I'm going to ask you to pick a couple of numbers for me, okay? I'm going to ask you to pick some numbers. 1 through 10, how many times do you want me to shuffle my deck for you? Then a second set of numbers, which is 1 through 52. That's where the answers you seek will be. So Terry, I ask you to throw me your numbers. If you have a question, try to make it as simple as possible so I can understand it. Otherwise, if you just want a general reading, I tell you exactly what you need to know, not what you want to know. I will light your world on fire, and I will let your world ablaze. I am Joshua Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. Those are my days off. So I just returned from a pretty long vacation, guys. I had a lot of mundane and other stuff I had to get done last week. Plus, I really needed to recoup my spoons. So it was a lot of recovery time for me, just with all the stuff and activity we were doing on Lathan. So that's how it works here, Terry. So whenever you're ready, please throw me your numbers and or question, and I will tell you exactly what you need to. I start to do my pre-shuffle, which I call a cleansing shuffle for every reading before I do it, to randomize the cards and get your cards ready for you. And they kind of have a mind of their own. They have a soul. My cards are called the 5 Paths Tarot. I made this deck. It's a homemade deck. It's an original of my copy that I made for me. I am planning somewhere in the future to maybe publish it, but right now that's being put on hold because right now I've just got way too many things I want to work on. I just want to be doing good readings. I just want to give everything that I need to know. So general is fine. Okay, so here we go. Here are your 8 and 36 shuffles there, Terry. So 1, 2, you're going to throw it at them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, since you haven't been here before, 2 cards fell out during your shuffle. These are called God cards. I will reveal those after your general reading. They are a very special message for you, and since it's your first time chat here, I have to ask you a question before I reveal them. We'll get to those later. So here are your 36 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28,
You little shit.
29, 30. He's definitely being a desk kitty. 1, 2, Arc 3, 4. Lucifer is being a little bit kitteny right now. 5, and you know what? You pick him up and you put him on the floor. That's what I do when he gets in my way. I say, I love you, and then you have to go on the floor now.
But I'm trying to.
Okay. So here we go with your reading for today, Terry. So I have something that I do for everybody. I tell you exactly what you need to hear today. I use my intuition and I hear my guides to give you the message that you need for today. Whenever you get a general reading, this is just generally what is going on with you and how to help you find the best possible path to a day where you can honestly say, I wake up and say, this has been my best day ever. And I want you to feel that feeling every day. So that's my goal when you come here. All right. But I know that, Terry, what I'm feeling from you is that I'm feeling slight bit of confusion on where you're at in your journey right now with your path. It's kind of like you have a lot of choices in front of you. You're not really sure which one to choose right now. Something from your past has come back that you have to kind of think about a little bit and honestly ask yourself, is this something I still have passion for? Is this something I still love? Is this something I still need in my life? And kind of reassessing that part of that, but not sticking in the what if. I'm grabbing my marble out of the jar of the randomness of the universe, and then I'm going to go, oh, look at this, and how pretty is that marble in my hand. Now I'm going to take it and run to the next level. And you're starting to think about which marble you want to take to the next place you want to get it to. But there's a lot of inner stuff that you are still working on right now, Terry, from what I'm feeling, is that it's not so much angry at the world or angry at your life circumstances, it's more angry at myself for the things that I didn't give myself permission to have joy in, and understanding that I gave myself a lot of my own pain and overcoming that and having some anger attached to those feelings and learning how to get rid of those and get those past you and allow those things to finally be free from you. And I have something for you today. If this is something that resonates with you, I have something, a tool, a thing you can do to help you release some of these anger inner issues that we're having here. The angry itself is trying to move itself from that and move it out of yourself. And there is a little bit of angry at the world too, I'm not going to lie. Because as you start to not like what's going on in the side, you start to not like things going on the outside. So we have to find a way to get rid of this. And now, what do we do with this? Because you know what? We feel like we're missing something sometimes, right, Terry? Sometimes we all feel like we're missing something, like there's a piece of the puzzle we haven't put yet. There's something that we're trying to find within ourselves we haven't quite found the right image of. It's like a 5,000 puzzle piece picture right in front of you, and you've got every piece down except the one piece you're missing, which you don't know where it went to, on the floor somewhere, right? Well, you already have all the pieces that you need. And Terry, what you need to realize is you're not looking for a piece that's missing. You have yet to say to yourself, this is the piece yet to come. This is the unknown possibilities that I need to see inside of myself that I am ready to express on an outward level. So I am now ready to show that piece off to the world, because we just clear the dust off of the dark piece every once in a while and we reveal a little bit more of the picture. Kind of like when you're shaking one of those Polaroid porters, you have to wait for the little corner to stop being, the dark part of the picture. If you know what I'm talking about, you're old. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up on Google, okay? And but right now, well, don't burn yourself with the coffee. trying to sacrifice yourself to the coffee this morning again. Anyway, but Terry, what you're doing right now is healthy because you're taking the right kind of time. You're taking that logical part of yourself that is a lot stronger than emotional part sometimes. You don't always give in to those emotions, and now you're learning how to put those emotions into an appropriate place that matches the logic together. That's what we call a weight path. We're setting ourselves up for success because we are taking the time to consider all the options in front of us. And since you haven't been here before, I'm going to explain all of my past to you. There's only 5 of them, so here we go. You can either stick and wait, where you will stay and wait until you are ready to move, or until the universe comes along and kicks you out of that spot and makes you move. Where you go from here is up to you. Do you need to go back into your past path, where you review all of your past victories and defeats, but you have to find some way to face the future and move forward with your life? You may not get stuck in wait again, but remember, you do have to take some time to think about what you want to move past of. Now, where do you take that next? Do you go down my easy path, where it's more of a goal setting kind of a goal, where you take 10 steps to get to that I am the person I've always wanted to be, and each step is a celebration, each is a goal met, each is a rest time. You take your time with it, you don't worry about how long it's going to take you to get there? Or the hard path, where sometimes you just got to go for it. You got to cut through the reeds, cut through the grass, cut through the sticks, chop down the trees that are in your way so you can get to where you need to get to. There's a lot of obstacles on the road, but you're going to be so determined that you're going to get over all of those obstacles. You have to go running uphill, you will run uphill. But when you finally get to the top of that hill, you're going to have to take that rest to let all of that work finally soak into yourself. So there's going to be that respite. Or there's that unseen path. That path where you meet that middle of the road. It's not quite easy, it's not quite hard, but it's combining them both together. But you know there's that one thing that you have yet to face in your life to cut through the bullshit of your own shit that you've put on yourself, that you have to cut through in order to see the path ahead. You don't know where this path is going, but you know where it is going will lead you to that happier moment in your life. And right now you're kind of stuck in that wait spot. Do I move now, and where do I want to move? Am I ready to take my dream and run with it? I put that in my hand. Now what do I think about that? Am I letting my anger of myself dictate what I'm doing with my life? Do I let the things that I'm angry about at myself dictate what I choose to do now? Or do I choose a new path forward and not let this be my kryptonite anymore? Let it be the thing that empowers me instead. I don't need to be missing anything right now, but I am feeling that sense of loss or wanting to find something again. What I am ready to take forward is what I'm really ready to do. So it's your choice now, and they're putting it in your hands and saying, you choose the path you are ready to go down. You choose the destiny you really want to have. They're giving you that moment. And if you need something to help you move past all of this today, I want to give you my plate ritual. But if you don't need that, you don't need that. So if you would like that, I will give that to you. Please let me know. If you would like to know what my plate ritual is all about, it's about helping you get rid of that anger and getting rid of that self-hatred that you have inside of yourself. It's a psychological / magical thing I do. So, okay, then we'll do that in a second. So before we do that, though, because it's your first time here, Terry, I have to warn you about your God cards. It is the only time I warn you about your God cards, when you're the first time here, because these are the most powerful, extreme messages that can really, really move and shake your world or set your world ablaze. It will move you to that positive path. But you've been asking your higher power, whoever that is, a question that's been in your mind a lot lately that you said you want a definite answer to. No sugarcoating, no nothing. I want the solid, blunt ass truth. So here's the answer to that question. Now, I ask everyone who's a first-time chatter here if they want to see their God cards, because they're that extreme. But the next time you get your butt in here, I'm going to show you your cards, no matter what. So this is the only time you get a choice. If you want to see your God cards and message from your higher power to you, that's what these cards are. And then I'll give you my plate ritual. And Crypto, you're next, Investor, you're after that. I went onto Discord the other day and I contacted Player with ViewsBot, and they gave me a link that I can use now to get my Player with ViewBot working. So I'm at least happy about that. You know? Okay, we're going to see what your God cards have to tell you then. Here's what they have to tell you right now, okay? Right now, they are ready for you to start to open up your ears and open up your eyes and start to really listen, because they are trying to show you that the ancient knowledge they have given you up to this point in your life, whether you realize it or not, every step has been a lesson. Everything has been something you had to learn in order to be the person you are today. Now is being given to you this. Listen to your higher self, that highest level that you can be. Listen to those intuitions, listen to those gut instincts, that thing that we are all born with, because they are trying to guide you through those things. Grandmas and grandpas and people of your ancestry are coming to help you in your path. They are doing a lot of different things for you, but the most of the time what they're doing is tapping you on the right shoulder or the left shoulder. You either feel like a small tap, like a 3 or 4 tap on the right, and then it's like a 3 on the left, something like that. And they're trying to get your attention. Right is more like right way, left way is wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Right, left, backwards, forward. They're kind of being literal with the right is right way, left is the only other answer, right? So I don't know if you feel this tapping feeling on your shoulder every once in a while when you're trying to make a really, really heavy decision, but that's your higher power going tap, tap, tap. This could be good for you. This could be bad for you. Here's where your lines start to go splitty, splitty, splitty. Which one do you want to live? But they are still putting it in your hands and asking you to put your soul back in the fire and start to work on yourself, because it's time to forge yourself into something new. Maybe it's time to forge yourself into the sword that protects you. Maybe you need to be a shield that defends you. Maybe you need to start to forge your cup so you can understand what that. I'll tell you about the ringing in the ear. I was going to get there. But it's all about that cup that gets filled or emptied on a daily basis, how well you're doing with your energy reserves. And then you can also create that fan that controls the ebbs and flows of that fire that you want to feed in front of you. And the ringing in the ear, that's your guides. That's not a ancestor. Ancestors are the shoulder, ears are the guides. We're born and we're given a guide in this world who's trying to help you along the way. Usually the ringing in the ear, when it's not like after being in a noisy place, and it usually happens around places where you're making decisions and something like that. That's just like I said, listen. It's more of a listen. There's something here that may help you. Just listen up. That's basically what they're trying to tell you. So that's basically what they had to tell you today. That's why I closed the door. Because he does that all the time.
No,
So that's basically what they had to tell you today. And
don't you dare. Or I'll
and
out.
did you have a brother or sister who passed, Terry? Because I'm feeling like a sibling or something, like a sibling, older, younger. It feels like an older sibling. Did you have an older sibling that passed away recently within the last 3 to 4 months? And then your next crypto after this, but because I don't know if you had a sibling or someone who felt like a sibling, because they felt like a really strong bond, like a brother-sister bond kind of a thing. And I'm feeling like they feel female to me. Okay, well then. Okay. Well, like I said, because there was something about a brother-sister connection kind of a thing that you might not know about. I don't know what this is, but it may be someone who feels like a brother or sister. Just know they're going through a rough time right now and they could use your help. I don't know if it's a friend of yours or something, but something you can say to them that will help them. So if you're looking to give back a little bit, go help that friend today who might remind you it's that self-doubting gut person, feels female, feels like they are kind of in that I don't know how to move on with something in my life. I don't know if they lost a brother or a sister or something, but it's something like that. And they could use your help right now. If that's appropriate, go follow that advice. If that doesn't resonate, I understand. Remember, I put the future back in your own hands. No matter what I've told you here today, you have the right and responsibility to go live the life you want to live. So go live your best day ever, Terry, starting today by just saying that. Today will be your best day ever. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you enjoyed your time here. So thank you for visiting and being a part of my wonderful thing. Oh. He wants her to know that the thing she's looking for, the paperwork she's looking for, is in the folder of the It's like a brown accordion-like folder that he used to put a lot of his junk files into. She's looking for some paperwork or something to finalize something or other that she thought she was missing. I think that's what she needs. That will help her. I don't know. It's like I'm seeing a brown accordion thingy with that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's appropriate, and I don't want you to go make your friend to feel worse. But know that the person that they are missing is in a safe place and is very, very, very trying to help her right now. You know, with that. So, you know, he's trying to help her move on from the loss of him and find love again too. You know what I'm saying? So. Hey, what you cooking for dinner today? I was looking at your meals the other day on my list. You and Dub are the only ones who are going into my chat posting yummy food. Whoever was doing that yummy food in my chat in the Discord the other day, I wanted to hop through that damn screen and eat every last bit of it.
Every last morsel.
I was like, I wish I had money to eat that right now. You don't even have money to have pizza for our anniversary today. We are going to have to eat ramen or rice today for our anniversary. We're going out for a special dinner tomorrow, guys. So we're going to go to the first place we ever went to when we moved back to Minnesota was called Minnesota. And it was 8 years ago, right?
Yes.
8 years ago when we had that meal. And it was the most powerfully tasting meal we had ever had. They had opened for the first time. We were basically their very first customers. And it was the experience of a lifetime because it was a true welcome back to Minnesota. It felt like, it was like eating heaven. I can't even say it, the flavors. It was like eating heaven. And
it was ethereal flavors.
It was really ethereal. I mean, it was off the charts. We were groaning and moaning every bite, loving every second of it. We walked out of there saying that was the best meal we had ever had in our lives. Yeah. And that's a lot to say for us because we eat a lot. So,
yes,
yeah, yes, we do. But, you know. So, Terry, thank you for being with us today. And Crypto, it is your turn. While we're waiting for Crypto to come to the reading room, it is your turn. Crypto to the reading room. Crypto to the reading room, please. And feel free to come back anytime you want, Terry. Feel free to lurk if you want to. Go self-care, honestly, if you need to. Go other channels if you have friends you want to go visit. And thank you for the 500 biddies from Terry. Thank you so much for that wonderful biddy gift. My alerts are not working. I've been trying to get them, working for a while now, but they aren't exactly working the best right now. So my alerts aren't showing up on the screen. Even though I have the alert box from Streamlabs on and it's supposed to be working, it doesn't want to do it. I don't know why. See if I can do it again. Add. Where is it? Oh no, my wife swore. Oh, you poor people had to put up with that. I appreciate that. You know, today, like I said, we're not poor. We have to. I get paid every second Wednesday of the month. So sometimes it's really early. Sometimes it's a little bit late. So, you know, we're going to go have a nice, we'll eat what we ever can today, but tomorrow we're going to go do it in style. You know what I'm saying? That's when we get the money. We're also going to get our cannabis tomorrow and all of that stuff as well. So hopefully, we're getting them out this time to last the rest of the month. So, to celebrate our anniversary and pay a couple things off we need to pay off right now. But honestly, we've taken care of those things. We're gonna get 400, not 500, by the way, because we needed an extra 100 for things. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was like. So thank you very much for that, guys. I really appreciate the anniversary. Thank you for that, and I really do appreciate that, Terry. I really do. Thank you very much for that. All right. Well, now go to work. All right, and have a best day ever today. All right, Crypto. Are you here, Crypto? Crypto. To the reading room. You now have 3 minutes. Tansy, you're next. Alexa, 3-minute timer.
3 minutes. Starting now.
All right, 3 minutes for Crypto is now on the clock. Oh, yeah, because like I said, I now since you're here, I don't have anyone, Dobby. Do I add it as a browser or do I add it as a something else. So do I add it on the OBS as a browser source then, and then go to Streamlabs to add in the alerts? Okay, browser. Now I know I have to go to my Streamlabs and connect those things. I mean, get the copy, get the right alert box to show up. So I'm just opening another. God damn it! My window is not cooperating. There we go. So I'm getting that right now. Streamlabs. Right? Streamlabs, right? Okay, yeah, browser source. Now I go to the alert of all the widgets. I go to the widget box and I just go to alert box on here. Alert box. It's got all of my alerts are active. I don't have a profanity thing to worry about. And then we're going to go copy that URL widget. Copying the URL widget. We're going to call it alert. So, okay. I had to spell alert wrong. Alerty. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Give me a second. So I know how to do all this. So give me a second to see if it works here. And then you guys can see if it works here. Okay, now I have added the browser source to my screen. It fills the screen up where I want it to put up. Now we just need someone to throw a biddy or something out there to test it. Oh, I can test it here. Give me a second to test. Twitch. Okay. Test. Twitch. Okay. Test. Twitch. Okay, it looks like it's working. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. I think I got it. It seems to be testing okay. What do you guys think? Is it working? Did you guys see all of those things? Doc, welcome in. Dobby, welcome in. Did you guys see those alerts? Alexa, stop timer. Alexa, stop timer.
There are no timers set.
Okay, then we're moving on from crypto to your best Tansy is next. Okay, let's see. Does the alert come up now? See, I just made the alert come. Okay, let's refresh. I'm doing good, D. Well, there we go. Well, we'll have to wait and see when it works. It works. It doesn't. I gotta go interact with this thing. Nope. Okay, properties are all set. It's not a local file. Do I need a custom control the audio through OBS? Yes, definitely. Okay. There. We'll have to wait to see what happens there, though. Hopefully I got them to work, though. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you, Tansy. And remember, guys, if you guys want a reading, just press ! join. If you're anywhere else but YouTube or Twitch right now, it looks like I only have people on Twitch anyway. But if you're on YouTube and you want a reading, you have to come to twitch.tv, the Unknown Prophet 1 to get one. So I'm going to finish my cleansing shuffle, Tansy, and just a general for you today. Okay, that's good. Just some open-minded advice from the gods. I like that, you know. Sometimes we just need that little bit of that. You guys ready? One more, you say? Okay. Ready? So, now that we got that all taken care of. All right. I gotta poke. I gotta get my hole poker. Okay, let's try it now. There we go. Now if you want a puff, you can have one.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll give it to you in a second. All right, here are your 7 official shuffles, Tansy. 1. I didn't even start. I got 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. God, did you get 6? You got 6, didn't you? You got a 6 God card message, Chans. And that was only 1. So everything else doesn't count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Where's that? Thank you.
6, and 7. They really wanted to talk to you today. And the 6 card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6 card is. Okay, Tansy. All right, oofty, oofty, oofty. Wow. What a message for you today, huh? Okay. So, part of the reason that they just want you to know is keep building up those safety walls. They see you doing a better job at that, but honestly, you have to walk in a bigger bubble of sunshine than you've been walking in. A little bit more positivity in those blocks of what keeps you safe. Not keeps you from experiencing life. It keeps you experiencing what you need to experience. Only that which you need, not what you want, will come through. What you want is when you lower your shield and you say, I'm going to go get it no matter what you tell me. That's getting a want. A need is something that's given to you because you need it, right? So we have to start to build those walls up just a little bit better so that we keep ourselves protected from the things that will do us harm, but not protected from the things that will help us move forward in our lives. And sometimes we have a thing. And Terry, I'm so sorry. I forgot. If you're still here, I forgot to give you my plate ritual. If you're still lurking around somewhere, I just remembered. So I know you're on your way to work. So when you get to work, you want me to know that, I can message you that ritual. But I'm so sorry about that. I had a man brain fart. So but they see your potential, Tansy. They see you growing into that beautiful leaf you are ready to be. And you're almost popping. You're almost full leaf here, okay? So that means that you have maybe a day or two of sunshine, a day or two of rain to go before you become that full-fledged leaf you've been waiting to see. Now you must live that life until that leaf ends and you begin that new journey of a new task or new goal that you have set for yourself. Remember, only you decide when to drop that leaf and let it go down to the ground. It's your right timing, your right moment. Then you will move on from whatever this is in your life and have a new goal, a new dream that will empower you even more. Because you're moving towards the I am becoming phase. Remember, Tansy, when you were my baby streamer and you were trying to get that, and you will always be my baby streamer no matter what, but you are becoming a full-fledged streamer now. You have got a good community. You have a beautiful tarot reading stream. And in fact, we probably should shout you out because you do have a very good Your Bestie Tansy streaming. So go check her out, guys, as well, because she does beautiful readings. And the thing that they're trying to get you to realize right now is that what's going on in your life is the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to you. That you have to learn to cherish what is going on in your life. That you have to start to look at everything as if it was the best thing that has ever happened to you. And to wake up and really cherish every single moment you have with this new life, this new experience, this new dream, this new goal, this new destiny, this new fate. It's that exciting time where we come together. And you got my wife's card and my card on our wedding day, on our anniversary, as a major card in your deck. So if there is someone out there that you have your eyes set on, today is the day to sing your heart song to them and let them know. Because today is the day you can move it from friendship to love if you want it. You have to cherish that which you have for one. And maybe self-love. So that can be it too. Cherish yourself. Cherish the other side of yourself and love that self. So that's what your major cards have to tell you. Here come the harder part ones. Dun 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 dun. Did you destroy it all?
There's one.
You weren't supposed to take it all.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
I was trying to give you a puff. She took it all, folks. I have no more tobacco now. Oh well, I'll live. Okay. They always give me the right answers. I put them out in the way I know you need to hear them, right? Hard is the most fun. Yeah. You say that now, but you know what? I don't know if you really get it quite yet because I'm still waiting for you to celebrate it all. The gods are saying, hey, you don't just have to show one side of yourself. Celebrate every part of yourself. Don't let yourself be pigeonholed into one idea. You can be more than this one idea. You can be more than just an image of what you want people to see. You can open up and show who you truly are if you wish to. Show that true image of that representation of self. And I don't care if it's through a cartoon character. I don't care if it's through an actual face. I don't care if it's through an actual whatever. It's your image. Celebrate that image. Celebrate what you put into that image because that is what they want to see from you. Be proud of it. Celebrate it. Own it. Maybe it's time to make a plan there, young lady. Maybe it's time to start actually setting goals. Making sure you celebrate those goals, taking a rest from those goals, deciding what next goal to get to that place where you are okay. Because guess what? They are setting you up for success. They're giving you an easy path. It's leading you to what you want in your destiny. It's leading you to that heart song. If you want to, that willow tree has come to say, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. No matter what happens, take the easy path for a change and remind yourself that we got you and we're going to lead you on the right direction. So that's what that one's about. And then we get to this one, the more of the butt kick moment that you need to hear. Because you have a choice, Tans. Right now, have a choice. You can continue to be in that jail you put yourself in, or you can remind yourself you have the power to change your life around and make it something more positive. That you don't have to be stuck in that place forever. But you have to move away from those bad, evil things you used to do to yourself or to others and start moving into those more positive places. Because the dark mirror is still looking at you going, what are you doing here? Are you going to come in? Are you going to go away? Are you going to move me? Are you going to destroy me? What do I choose to look at? Am I looking at the unknown possibilities or am I looking at the unknown possible, brilliantly beautiful light I can swim in? And maybe it's time you start swimming in the light more than the dark. And that means moving that mirror out of the way and stop looking at everything as if something is going to come to me and ruin my life, but how much bounty I have in front of me that I have yet to receive. So it's all about choice and choosing to look for the right direction for you. Don't keep yourself trapped in the same old bad things and move forward from that and do it in a more positive ways what they're asking you to do. Refill?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I'm not going to fill it all the way, so I have some left.
Okay.
There you go. Do that.
Thank you.
So that's what they have to tell you today. Story time! Oh, cleanse, clear the cards. Story time. So, here we go. It's story time. That's right. We are taking a break from readings to do story time for just a short bit. I am going to share the original story of how me and my wife actually met. Okay? And it goes back to almost when I was 8 years old. So it's a very big story, okay? Because it really did start when I was 8 years old. knowing that I would meet someone like her. Okay? So I had the special dream that told me all about my future. The woman I would marry almost exactly matches what I wanted in a love mate then. I took that dream and I followed the signs to get to the place where I could meet someone like my wife. I was at a point in my life where I was just beginning my new path of spirituality of Wicca, and I was working at a store called Sicko Gas Station, and I was a cashier at the gas station, okay, and a stalker and all of that stuff, right? It wasn't the manager, I was just a basic employee, okay, and working at this place, my soon-to-be wife was driving buses that came into a center, like a bus center that was down in Brooklyn Center. It's kind of the Brooklyn Center Transit Center. So there's this little bus hub, and it wasn't too far away from the store. So she would always come across the street, and then she would get something in the store. Now, bear in mind, I am now just getting out of one of the worst relationships I've ever been in, finally healing from that and ready to actually find what real love looks like. So I had the bad example relationship that I was in for 7 years with a woman who couldn't love me back in return. I finally broke free from that. I'll open the queue for you, Jew Bears, but we're having story time for right now. So enter the queue if you want, but story time is right now, and then we'll get back to readings in just a little bit. Go ahead and jump back in the queue. I just reopened it again. So, but then she would come in to that center. She would come to the store, and at first she had very buzz cut short hair, okay? Spiky hair, okay? She's a broader based woman, so she has really broad shoulders and she has a really broad chest. You can't really tell she has tits, okay? Not with the uniform she was wearing, okay? At first, I thought she was just a heavy set man because he has a deeper voice as well, hitting on me. And at that point, I wasn't really ready for a male relationship. I am bisexual. I didn't want a male-to-male relationship. I wanted a male-to-female relationship. But I understood that I was ready to start doing that because I was more leaning towards the street-leaning bisexual person. I'm more straight-leaning. That means I like women more than men, but I still have that attraction to men as well. So anyway, but I wasn't searching for that. So I thought this man was coming in and hitting on me. And at first I just I chuckled and I went, okay, that's kind of funny, but that's what I wasn't looking for. And then, it took about 3 months for these rose-colored glasses or whatever the fuck I wasn't hearing, seeing, or whatever to come off because she kept trying and she kept trying and she kept trying.
4 months.
4 months. For at least 3 months, okay? At least. I always say that's about 3 months. And then she was about ready to give up on my ass, right? So...
Don't pick your nose on the string. What's the matter with you?
I'm a crude, socially acceptable man, delusions of grandeur, God complex, and completely nuts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There. Divine timing is right. So, she comes into the store to give me my last chance. I mean, she was almost ready to say, I'm done trying at this point, okay? She said she said in her mind, I'm pulling out every stop I can as a female, okay? That day she smelled good, she looked good, she had a tiny little bit more longer hair at that point, right? And she comes into the store, she had about, I don't know, quite shoulder length hair about that point, was it about?
A little bit above.
A little bit above shoulder length at that point, which gave me the more woman vibe than the man vibe, and I admit it, I was a very, very, not a very good person looking at women for their outside body rather than their inside at this point, okay? I was a very, transactional person. I like how you look. I want to be with you, But I started seeing what a soul could look like instead of what a body could look like. So she comes up to me, right? I think it was like February, March-ish?
No, it was around the end of February.
Around the end of February, okay? But it's really cold outside in February in Minnesota sometimes, right? Bitter cold sometimes. Had to be like below something that day. I don't remember the exact degree. But she comes in after her last run of the day, I think it was last or second run of the day, right? And she goes, and we have these things in America called Hostess cakes, right? They make them on a lot of different kinds of flavors. Her favorite kind of Hostess cake is the coconut flavored circular balls that are half moon shaped, and they've got coconut and sugar on them and stuff like that.
Yep.
And every about this time of year, Easter is coming up, so they decide to add the purple dye to them, right? So when you are looking at these things, they look like a giant pair of blue balls. This was her intent when she bought them, okay? So you got the joke here so far?
And they're cream filled.
And they're cream filled too. And she comes up to me with all the seriousness that she could. She pulled out every feminine stop I think she could pull out. She looks me straight in the eyes, put down the Hostess cakes that are blue balls right in front of my face. Purple balls in front of my face. She looks dead in my eyes and she says, I think it's so cold outside. I think I froze my nipples off. To about that effect of what you said.
Yeah, it's so cold out, I think I froze my nipples off.
Right? Which I was like, oh my God, that's a big ass flirt. If I don't do this now, and my friend at the time kind of poked and prodded me saying she's flirting with you a little bit. So even I needed a slight little poke there at that time. And I look up her straight in the eyes and I go, nope, they are still there. And that was the moment when I handed her my palmistry card, because I do palm readings too. But I started out with palm readings. When I created my deck, I did tarot readings. It's easier to do a tarot reading on stream than see all the lines in your hand, because they really can't. That's why I don't do palm readings online. Okay? But she comes up and says that to me, and I'm like, here's my palmistry card. Let's go out, have some time together, coffee date, get whatever thing. It started out as a palm reading, ended up as our first date by the end of that palm reading. Okay? And I'll tell you what, at that time, I really thought this was a woman I could see myself with for the rest of my life. But I was so unconfident that the good thing staring me in front of my face was actually there. So it did take us about a year to adjust to get rid of our old last minute baggage that we had. But after that year of living together, when we stood in front of that priest, Jeff, who married us, we had a very big, long Wiccan ritual. And it was about as complicated as a Christian ritual, if you really thought about it. If you were there, you would know, okay? We had like 24 ties. 24? Yeah, we tied 24 promises onto a staff, right? And that staff was a birch tree. So birch is very, 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 very sacred to us, because birch is always having the blood of life within it. It always has water running through it its whole life. So it's the life's blood connected to the water and the earth tied together. And I was an earth element. She was a water element. So, those things kind of matched, And then it was a couple weeks later, we were having our wild hibbity-dibbity moment, which was the greatest sex I've ever had in my life. She's way more experienced than me in that thing. She's got way more things. I was rocked. I was rocked beyond understand. We did a whole freaking 19 hour, almost a whole day of having a lot of fun in the bedroom, okay? Well, I'm not going into details. But there have been so many times when I thought she was going to give up on me, especially when we're dating. I got 2 funny stories for you that I'm allowed to tell you, okay? Because they're my funny stories, all right? So we're dating, right? Okay, all right, Jew Bears, let's get to a reading for Jew Bears first, and then I'll do this next reading, tell you this next story, okay? So Jew Bears, if you're ready, throw me your numbers and your question, then I'll tell you the next story about some funny things that happened while we were dating, okay? I've got to open this window, though. That door closed. So, calling Jew Bears to the reading room. Jew Bears to the reading room. If you are there, please let me know. We're going to give you a little bit of time. I'm going to send you a message here. Your turn at you-know-who. So, it's your turn, Jew Bears. Whenever you're ready, please let me know. I'm going to give you a little bit longer than 3 minutes this time. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Alexa, put a 5-minute timer on for Jew Bears. 5 minutes, Jew Bears, for
Pause
you
timer.
because you had to wait.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now.
Oh my.
If he doesn't, the Jew Bears doesn't respond in 5 minutes, I'll tell you the story. I can make my coffee better now. Do, 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 do. So, you know, I highly recommend a lot of people here in my tarot community. I'm trying to build I'm going to be putting a tarot server on my Discord soon. I might be getting rid of a couple of things on there that I don't think people are very interested in. You know, I would love to have more people on my Discord. I want to have maybe a poker game night or a putt-putt game night. We just sit there, we bullshit, we talk about how life is, and, you know, we don't worry about the mystical that day. It's just having fun, joking around, having whatever drink of choice you want with you, and smoking whatever cannabis thing you want to smoke. But we're just going to go have fun and have a nice little get-together. And I want to do that with you guys, but I want your guys' participation in my Discord to show me that's what you guys want. If you guys just want me to come here, do readings, and that's all you need me to do, I do offer free private readings, guys. That's right.
Damn.
Free. Okay? Everything is free. I ask if you would like to give me donations. I appreciate those donations. I would love to have $60 to go buy food today, but I know that that's not honestly what I want to ask from you. I want your time. You give me your time. That's the most precious thing you can give me. Those like, those follows, the subscribes, the biddies, all of that stuff is just bonus sugar for me. I get paid tomorrow. We're going out tomorrow for our dinner. So, you know what? If I don't get it today, I don't get it today. So, you know, and, you know, I just am appreciative of what I do have rather than what I don't have a lot of the times, you know, because I spent a lot of time doing that to myself when I was younger, you know. So now that we've got, you know, all of this stuff ready to go and stuff like that, you know, right now Crypto is in the lead for biddies. She's got 1,445 biddies. Thank you, Crypto, for the biddies you've always showing me. And Taka's the one who's given the most gifted subs. And he's been following me for a while, but he gave the most gifts at one time for people. I gave the most gifts, but they don't count those, so.
Jesus.
So, Jew Bears, if you're here, the reading room is now open for you. 2 minutes. That's perfect. Now, if I had a smoke, someone smoked all my freaking stuff, so I don't have anything. There's nothing in here, right?
Holy moly, mommy.
Nope, nothing.
Ooh.
Not even a dust. Oh well. Jew Bears, this is your last call. Jew Bears, you have 1 minute starting now to respond, or I will move on. And closing the queue back up again. Actually, I'm just gonna leave the queue open. Now she wants more coffee. She's got to go get more water. Water?
No, just
Oh.
coffee.
I have to make more.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Coming up. Give me a second. I gotta get this real quick.
Oh, oh. Oh!
She's watching car videos over there right now. so I gotta add a little bit more. Alexa, cancel timer. All right, Jubears. Sorry, okay. Oh, are you back now? Okay, it was your turn. I almost moved on from you, so it's your turn. I gave you 5 minutes, and you're responding right now. So right at the end of when the thing was said. Okay, and what are your numbers for that? Okay, cleansing shuffle for Jubears. This is one a heavy one, so I'm going to make sure I get these ones really good for you because I can feel the tension right now. Big decision, right? Big decision time. Yeah. And you just want some advice to help you make the right choice, right? Because, you know, I feel it. I feel what you're going through here, okay? A lot of anxiety, kind of worried about things. And let's hope we can call that today. Here are your 5 official shuffles, Jubears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you had one that flew all the way to the floor. 2 God cards for you today, Jubears. And then the 6th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card is. And we want to know, should we stay in the current relationship in which we are in? Okay, here's the advice for you, okay? Hello, new beans. That's funny. So anyway, Jubears, what you need to know today, okay, about this current relationship. And I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions along with me, okay? Because we're going to help you with this, all right? Because the universe just doesn't want to give you the answer. We have to kind of work through this together. So as we do this together, I want you to understand we are making the choice right now of what we're going to do, okay? We're ready for that. I want to make sure you're ready for that. I'm doing awesome, new beans. Thank you for asking. Having a great anniversary with my wife, playing on the putter over there, watching videos, screaming at the things that are happening on her screen. Trying not to make too many noises over there. But I'm having the best day ever. I've married 18 years to the woman of my dreams. I couldn't ask for anything more. So, thank you for asking. We're going to get back to Jubears. But Jubears, you know, and we've been through the tough time. I just got done telling my marriage story and how we met. So if you want to go find out how we met, go back to the VOD and you can hear the entire story of how we met. So you just missed that, guy. So if you want to find out more about me and my wife and how we met and how it all began, you can go back at the VOD and look at that later. But Jubears, are you still here? Are you still listening? I'm waiting for you to respond here a little bit. And if you would like a reading as well, exclamation point join. I go in order and I take as long as I take. So make sure that, you know, you're in chat when you're ready for your reading. Okay, so basically here's what we need to go through, okay? You need to understand that if you want this to continue, you have to place new seeds down in his garden. You can't keep doing the same bullshit you've been doing. Both of you have to stop that. You have to clear that field out and make it ready for new things to be planted in. It is fixable. It is fixable. But do you want to fix it is the question. What physical thing do you need to start doing better in your relationship? And I don't mean fucking, I don't mean kissing. I mean just holding hands sometimes, looking in someone's eyes, smiling at them, showing them the love and affection they deserve. What are we doing physically to show our partner how much we love them? Number 2, what are we mentally doing? I'm going to share all of my anxieties, all of my fears with my one true love so she can help alleviate those fears. We don't do this separate. We do this together. Yeah, Jubears, you have your own path and you have something you have to do for yourself. But so does he. And you're just trying to find a way to bring that team together, right? So what mentally do you have to start to think about? Can you let go of the past mistakes and move forward into a better future? Are you really ready for that kind of work? And are you willing to put the work in it may be required for you to do that? That's the question being asked you. And then spiritually, that last seed is the most important. That connection, that I feel like I love you, you feel like you love me, and it's the same energy back in return. If you don't feel you're getting the love from him, and he doesn't feel like you're getting the love to him, well, then we aren't exchanging the right kind of energy. Those are the seeds that need to be planted in this relationship if you want this to continue. If you don't do this, the relationship will end anyway, and it probably will end in a more negative way, okay? So, you have to move past this image of a dream of a guy and start to accept him for who he is, the good, the bad, the uglies, everything that's in between. So does he for you as well. If you can drop the bullshit and the baggage and just show each other who you truly are in spite of what you've been through, because of what you've been through, that love will be accepted more because now you have chosen the whole me, not just part of me, right? Sorry, I didn't put my camera up, fix my camera before I started this morning. Okay? And that's what this acceptance card is all about. So, if you want and can accept him for everything he's doing wrong, as well as what he's doing right, and love him in spite of those things, and love and work through those things, then it will work out. If you're not willing to do that kind of work, or if he's not willing to do that kind of work, it's best to move on because you're not ready for each other yet. Maybe you have to grow up a little bit more before you're ready for one another, or maybe you have to grow down before you are ready for one another. Sometimes we have to let go of our futures in order to embrace the child inside of our heart that just wants to be loved by somebody, right? But I think you've already kind of had your plan in mind already, that you knew that that you're not feeling that connection anymore, that you're not feeling that communication anymore, that you're not feeling that sense that you are willing to put in the work to make this be a better relationship. It kind of feels hopeless and lost right now, but you have the potential to turn it into something beautiful. If you feed it the right stuff, it will grow into the kind of relationship you want it to be. So the question becomes, are you ready for real change, and is he ready for real change? And as I feel that this relationship has all the potential to be exactly what you want it to be, as long as you are really willing to plant new seeds down, start over, we are growing these seeds together. This is not a separate path. You have your goals and dreams for your own personal mission, but then there has to be that couple that comes together as the most powerful force that has ever existed. The reason we call ourselves Magical Freedom, me and my wife, is that's a power beyond us. So powerful that we can't even hold that. We only swim in the magical freedom of who we are as people, right? And that's the point. You can't see him wanting to work that out. He might not be willing to put in the work. He can't accept you for who you are. Then you don't need him in your life. If he's not willing to put new seeds down with you, he's not the one you need in your life. If he's not willing to make a plan that works for both of you, he's not the one you need in your life. So how many messages do you need that you don't need this guy in your life anymore? I mean, really, do they have to hit you over the head with a 2x4 for you to get it this time? When he comes to you and tells you something negatively, and he's cheating on you, hon. He's cheating on you. He's seeing somebody else too that you don't know about. I think if you thought about it for a second, you'd go, you know what? I kind of always thought that. I don't know if you knew that or not, but he's definitely doing something with somebody else too. Not just you. I think he's trying to find someone to fill his holes, not help him live his life. Yeah. That would be the thing that would happen if you kept this going. You would probably see proof of that. So do you want to skip the part where you get really, really badly hurt? Then I'd end it and move on from now. Because you can find somewhere way better than this person. They're not ready for you yet. He wants a certain kind of person. You're not that kind of a person he's looking for. So, Drew Bears, God card time, because they're going to tell you what you really need to hear today. And this was the one message that they threw out at me that they said you needed to hear the most. And it's so true. You have to start to see that you are better as the truest reflection of who you are. The good and the bads and the uglies. He can't seem to accept that part of you. You are showing him who you are as a true reflective person. You are giving him the good, the bads, and the uglies. He still doesn't see you and doesn't understand you and doesn't appreciate you. Right? Because I only am giving him the image I want him to see because I'm already moving away from him. I only let him see a little bit of myself because I never felt like I could share the other side of me because of all of this mistrust, because of all of this miscommunication, because of all of the times when you had something set up and he canceled at the last second and said something else was way more important to him. You know what that more important thing was? Her. Or him. I don't know. And I bet if you were looking around in drawers and stuff like that and being a little bit sneaky about it, I think you would find more proof than you want right now. I don't know if you need that in order to move on, but I'm feeling this heavy energy from him. And it just doesn't feel like he's in the right spot right now. He wants to go have his male fun. He wants to go have his unattached, non-committed relationship that doesn't have any meaning other than sex and getting together and maybe bumping uglies once in a while and maybe having a connection once in a while. But it's more about the physical than the emotional or the mental. He's not looking for true love. He's looking for someone to go have his little fun until he finds the one he thinks he's ready for. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of it's like a teenager who just, hormones are racing out of the control and stuff like that. And there is one time that you almost really called him on his shit about the cheating thing. And you were going to say something to him, but you didn't. And I think if you had said something at that point, you would already be out of this relationship. Just think about it. Okay, if I'm wrong, please tell me. But it feels like an important day, like a birthday or an anniversary, that we had agreed we were going to celebrate, and then all of a sudden he drops everything, cancels the plans, and then he's doing something else, and you think you thought you saw him somewhere, and you didn't go confront him. Lucifer.
I got it. I
Okay.
just turned the keyboard
Okay.
off.
Lucifer's being a kitten. So, I would tread with caution, that's up to you if you want to call him on that stuff, but, or just simply say, I don't think you want me anymore. Do you want somebody else instead? Because I'm ready to move and find someone who actually wants me and wants to work with me and be with me, Yeah, and that's what he went searching for. Is that chemistry, sexual connection he wants. And you wonder where the intimacy went to. It's going somewhere else. He doesn't have any intimacy left. Guys are a one-charge battery. We let off our load, and that we have to wait for it to recharge for quite a long time before we do. Unless we're really, really, really good at that kind of stuff. Take a lot of pills and things that help us with that. I should tell you the funny story now, shouldn't I? Tans, are you ready for your funny story now? I'm cleaning my cards off of all the resin that's got on my card from the cigarettes and stuff like that. I'm sorry to say, I think it's really time you move on from this guy, though. Drew Bears. Either way, confront him, don't confront him. I think it's time to move on. I don't think you knew that you just needed someone to kind of kick you in the butt and say, yep, that's what I need to do. So I'm kicking you in the butt and telling you, yep, that's what you need to do. Because you have someone better waiting for you. you're gonna have to go through a little bit of self-healing. You know that, right? And I'm sorry you have to go through it, but there's something that you have to teach yourself that you haven't learned yet to help you find the thing you really want and love. And I think you have to do some self-reflection kind of stuff before that and understand what better looks like. He is now the example of everything you don't want in a relationship. Keep that in mind. He was your lesson. Now go find the things that don't match that and find the real love you have been seeking for your whole damn life, because you do deserve better. And you deserve to have happiness. But happiness comes with a price. You have to be willing to go through the pain and the sorrow and the hurt to get there sometimes. Because sometimes you have to find that light even when your darkest dawn is going. So that's my advice to you. I hope that helps you. But I know you're going to have the best day ever starting today, because today is the day you are free. Today is the day you have all of that stress and anxiety off of your shoulders. You no longer have to worry about what he thinks or how he thinks anymore. You can do better, and I think you should say that. You know what? You're not just treating me right. I deserve better. I don't think this is ever going to work out. I kind of think you're cheating on me, maybe, and I don't really think that this relationship is working anymore. Bye-bye. Sorry, and I don't think he's going to be too butthurt about it, honestly. But so, that's it. That's all I got for you there, okay, Javarish?
Seriously?
So, funny story time. Okay? So, on a very hot day somewhere in July or June, me and my friend Pat went out to a baseball game, right? It was my first baseball game in years. The Twins were in the series. It was one of the very earlier sessions. They hadn't made it into the series quite yet, but it was still exciting because they had one more to go before they got into the series, and we went to the one where they got into the series after that, and then the tickets became too expensive to go buy. But we're in the stadium. Twins. It was the Metrodome back then, but we were in the Metrodome where the new flagship of the Vikings is now. Same place, everything is just a whole new stadium, right? And I'm in the stands. We're having a good baseball game. I decide I want something to eat, so I go out and I get myself a hot dog with some jalapenos, because I like hot, spicy stuff once in a while. I like my hot dog loaded with some, a couple jalapenos, some ketchup, some mustard, some relish, a little bit of sauerkraut depending on the dog, right? And I had about 2 or 3 of these things, right? So I'm still kind of hungry. The vendor's coming down, and he's selling things like popcorn, nuts, pumpkin seeds, stuff like that, right? Well, I had decided that those were too expensive, so I had thought about this beforehand, and I said, I'm going to bring my own packet of pumpkin seeds with me that I'll eat whenever I feel like it. So as I'm eating the pumpkin seeds, eating all of that stuff, and the pumpkin seeds, the jalapenos are in my body. Now I'm about to go on a date with my girlfriend at the time. First time, I might add. Okay? And I get to her door, and at the moment I knock on the door, Mr. Zuma's revenge goes full tilt kitty with me. And if you don't know what that means, I'm going to shit my pants. The pumpkin seeds and the jalapenos were disagreeing with you on a major level.
They were having a war.
I was like, Beth, I'm really sorry. I know it's our first time out, but I gotta use your bathroom and I gotta use it now. She said, okay, go right ahead. I'm in there, and I shut the door, and I shit you not, literally, pumpkin seeds and jalapenos galore. And I was so bodily distressed by this. This is my first date with the girl I like, and I'm running into her bathroom because I'm gonna shit myself, and I'm sitting in her bathroom with the door closed, and all I hear from the other end is, oh my God, dear God, what the, she's making fun of me, okay? She's not really serious here. She's trying to, make it a little bit lighthearted because she's finding the funny in the fact that I had jalapenos and pumpkin seeds. We're about to go on our very first date, and here I am shitting in her bathroom, overloading it, almost overfilling it, trying to flush down every time I can so she doesn't have to smell it. And I come out of the bathroom, and my face must have been the brightest shade of red you would ever have seen at that
And
moment.
you opened up the window.
And I opened up the window to let the air out because it was that bad in there. I was afraid to open the door. So I gave it like, what, a minute or two before I opened the door, maybe?
Something like that.
I still opened the door, and even with the window open, full blast, she went, "Ah!" Like something like that. I can't remember exactly. But she was a very expressive woman and was kind of giving me a hard time. And she said, "Look, I understand you're not feeling good. Why don't we do this a different day?" No. I went home with my tail between my legs and saying, "I feel awful. I don't think she's ever going to call me again. I really think I screwed it up. It was our first date with jalapenos and pumpkin seeds. All she gets to see of me is shitting in the bathroom." Okay, we laugh about it now. But it was the most embarrassing thing I had been through in front of a woman I truly cared about and truly liked me at the time. So, ha ha ha, my little funny story of pumpkin seeds and jalapenos to this day is the most embarrassing moment of our marriage, in my idea, in our relationship. So, that's the one funny story, okay? That was just a date, too. You know, funny story.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So that was basically the funny story I had to tell you guys that I thought would be funny for you to hear. So, I may have other stories, but they're not so funny. So no, we've had about 5 real fights in our whole marriage. I mean, real fights, not the tisky kind of stuff. Real, honest to God. We didn't know if we were going to be back together kind of fights. Only 5 in our whole marriage, you know. And most of them happened about 6 years ago. And we haven't really had a major one for a while now. Almost been 5 to 6 years now since we've had a really major blowout. Because that last time I remember was when I went to my abyss. And that's when I came out of the abyss and I said, no more am I going to live unhappy. I'm going to love this woman. She came to me for a reason. All I got to do is love her. And the rest will take care of itself. And I decided I'm going to live happier and the best day ever. And yet again, she reminded me what life was worth living for, you know. And I was still struggling with that stuff at that time, you know. And, you know, it's not always about the good times that we've been through. We've been through some really hard times, too. There was a time in Florida when she and I had such a big fight that she went to the ocean to go think things over. And she almost thought about not coming home. And I almost thought she wasn't coming back. And it was a very big moment for us because we had to re-choose each other again. Because we weren't sure we could keep doing this. It was the circumstances, yeah, but there were some real issues we hadn't worked through yet that we really needed to talk about. And I think that was the first time we had a really honest conversation about my depression and how it was starting to affect our marriage and stuff like that. And then I started seeing a therapist again, and things started getting better, you know? So...
Yeah, and if you remember, I called Sarah over in England.
Yeah. Well, but she's reminding me she called Sarah over in England, which was a friend of hers, you know? So, to get some advice about what to do, you know? Alright, go back to your videos now if you want. Kurto, welcome back. Throw me your numbers and your question. You're here. Let's do it now. Come on. We're ready for you. Welcome back to the reading room. It is your turn, Crypto. Crypto to the reading room. Crypto to the reading room. 10 and 21. General reading for you. You got it. Any question or do you want a general?
Oh, dear. Oh.
Okay. I told you what they were for. But let's get that cleansing card done here. You want to stop seeing the signs? Tell your guides to stop selling you signs. You got the message already. Just close your mind and say, stop sending me signs. I got the message already. And then move forward from that. I know you're not trying to think about them, but there's that subconscious stuff you don't know how to deal with. It's not a conscious issue. It's a subconscious issue, you know. So that's why you have them on your mind. They're trying to show you what you actually have now, so you don't lose what you have right now. They're trying to show you the example of what to remind you what you were going through with him. He's just an example being thrown in your face over and over again to make you realize what good thing you actually have now. Until you say you can realize that and honestly own that, you're going to keep seeing messages about connecting back with them. And there's some closure issues, you know, on your part and his part, to just be done with it sometimes, you know. And that doesn't mean you have to contact him for closure, you know. So here we go. Let's find out what the cards have to say, though, because I'm already hearing what they're telling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and the 21st card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the 21st card is now on top. So, crypto. Yeah. Well, I mean that's what this is all been about, crypto. I mean, whether you're realizing it or not, the reason you keep noticing them is because that subconscious part of yourself is still trying to move on a little bit here, but you're getting there, right? I know you're not thinking about him on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, you're still comparing him to the one you're with now. And that comparison is what's causing the issue. He's no longer a part of your life. We have to cut that cord off so that we can move forward with the new thing, that we have to learn to appreciate what we have. Taking a leap of faith and trusting in the love we have grown with the person we're with. Trusting in that love. Giving our full love and trust to that person. Our unconditional love and trust to that person. Taking the leap of faith that you are right where you belong, and that's just trying to show you where you've come from to now. That's all it is for. How you have come so far, that you've taken a leap, but you have to remind yourself that that leap is still in front of you, waiting for you to expand yourself enough to say, I am ready for something even more with this guy. And just like you said, today, if you want it to be the last day you ever think about him, write him a letter telling him goodbye, and then go put it in a fire and burn it. Okay? Write him the most angriest letter you ever wrote. Tell him everything you wish you could have ever told him. Go to that fire and say, I send this to you, and then watch it burn away, and all of those go away from you. And then put it in big letters, this is the last time I will see you in my life. You know? But you work with them, so, you know. But what they're trying to build in you is resilience. Okay, crypto? That resilient part of yourself that has made it through the tough times, right? We have gotten a birch tree bark on ourselves, but we have created that extra room to grow, right? We have let ourselves open up to room to grow, but now that comes back and protects us even more and protects our armor to make it even stronger, because then we have that resilience, that we know how to overcome those obstacles. We know how to overdo those obstacles. So learning how to love yourself and live in that. I'm always going to be in love with myself first, and I'm going to love everyone as much as I love me, and I'm moving to a new place where I'm ready to find love again, but I have to let this last thing go before I can get there, kind of a deal. And that means realizing just how resilient you are. Well, okay, let's take that dream apart for a second. I do dream as well. Can I finish my reading first, or do you want that right now? Sex is about the intimacy you guys are having and what problems you're having with that. Okay, so wire wrapped around a tongue, and depending on what kind of wire is it got thorns on it? Is it sharp? Is it what kind of how the tongue is? Okay, but wrapped around the tongue means no communication around that. So that's what it means. Intimacy with that, and it's hurting you because you don't communicate. It's hurting you. That's what is going on. And that's why we get to the weight path right now anyway. Because you've been given all of the information. Now they expect you to take this information and make a choice with it. You know my paths very well. Those thorns are just that reminder that all you're doing is hurting yourself in that communication part. Remember, tongues are about communication, about that intimacy, that sharing of myself. When we kiss one another, we share saliva, we share DNA, we share a bunch of different things when we do that. And having that wire around the tongue means there's no intimacy there, that you are being blocked from that, and having something that is sharp and daggery in it means it is not only hurting him, it's hurting you. And then the sex part is all about what you're having troubles with in the intimacy level, which means you're having trouble connecting on a physical level. That's what the dream means. And now, what do you do with that energy that you have now? What do I want to take this energy to be? Are we going to be the happy couple who's going to get through the obstacles together? Are we going to make a plan that's better for us? Are we going to take and make sure we're not getting our own bullshit's not getting in the way? But more than anything, I know it doesn't seem like it, but this has been a gift to remind you just how good you got it, and to remind you just how much you have grown past this, and to remind you how strong you are. You are receiving gifts, whether you realize it or not. You may be opening up the smaller or bigger gifts, but they're all gifts. They're all trying to help you. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to show you what you have yet to appreciate or yet to accept as the truth in your life. So open up your hands, take the gifts you are ready to receive, and open those gifts when you are ready to open them. You don't have to take a gift if you don't like it. You can return it back to sender. So we're returning everything he gave us back to sender as far as an emotional, sexual kind of thing. We're giving him back his love to him, and we're taking our love back from him. So he doesn't own any of our power anymore. All right? And I'm cutting the cord between you today. Okay? I am mentally, physically, and spiritually cutting the cord for crypto today. You will not see him after this moment as long as you understand the lesson I just taught you. Okay? That's the caveat to all of this. But I put your cord back in your own two hands as well, crypto. And that means you got to start weaving the world you want to see in your life too. So tie that knot off. Don't go backwards, go forwards. And let this be your spot where you start living life again. Because that's what they want. They want you to start to live life. Not just exist in it. Live life. You know? And they just want to see you do that. Because they see you beating up on yourself and being hard on yourself and what am I doing wrong and what am I not doing right? It's never been about you. It's about him and how he makes you feel when he's around you. Can you overcome those feelings and be a stronger woman for them? Hell yeah, you can. Can you really appreciate the husband you have right now and learn how to really cherish that before something comes along and takes that away from you too? Because where you're going right now might lead him to wanting to seek other things because you aren't giving an effort either. You have to start giving some effort there too and expect him to do the same. You can't give, you have to give and take both exactly equally. There can't be a one-way relationship anymore. It has to be equal. If you can't do that, maybe it's time to think about other things. I don't know what you need to do. Alright guys, I'm going to take a 5 to 10 minute break to go and find some tobacco somewhere. I will be back in just a little bit. You're just going to have to deal with her. She's not doing any black magic to you. I'm sorry. She's not. She doesn't have time for that BS. Well, I'm saying if she was, but she's not doing it anymore because it's not working. She wants you and him to divorce, okay? So, be stronger than that. You and him have to be stronger than that as a couple. You have to build that sunshine shield around you and him. Your love has to be so strong that mom-in-law's black magic can never get to you. Like me and my wife have magical fucking freedom. And with that, I leave you with the song of my day today. So we're going to play that once again for all of you. My song for my lovely wife. Here's Magical Freedom, the whole song. Enjoy while I go on my break.
I had in me, it swelled, so I found the soul I was searching for. We finally began on the path we were meant to explore. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. In the whispers of night, where dreams softly tread, our love finds its wings on which it is led. Through the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, all the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, our hearts are the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With every note that we play, with every song that we will, we live as our very will, in love's sweet thrill. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. The canvas of the infinite sky, where the whispers of the wind gently sigh. There's a tale of two hearts in the silence they speak, of the magic within, the freedom they seek. With a touch, the glance in the soft moonlight, our shadows dance together into the night. In the echo of our laughter, the world fades away, for in each other's arms is where we'll always stay. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Let's promise to cherish each moment we share. In this journey of life, nothing else can compare. With the magic she held and the freedom I found, together we're boundless, no limits, no ground. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine this dreamy refrain where magic and freedom forever remain. In the harmony of us, let the world see the power of love, the magic of we.
In a small town down in the valley, where the shadows used to dance, we put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. The weight of the world, a silent plea. In the mirror, a stranger I'd see. Darkness whispered a relentless foe. In the depths of despair, alone echo. The weight of the world, a silent plea. In the mirror, a stranger I'd see. Darkness whispered a relentless foe. In the depths of despair, alone echo. But the stars, they whispered back to me songs of hope of what could be. With every tear, a lesson learned. In the flames of fear, my spirit burned. Through the storm, a distant light, a gentle touch in the dead of night. Magic found in a beating heart. A new chapter, a brand new start. Now the stars, they sing so clear. Melodies of love drawing near. From the ashes I rise anew, embracing life, a view so true. In the dance of time I find my place. With every step I embrace grace. The magic she held, a guiding light. The freedom I had in my inner might. In the small town down in the valley, where the shadows used to dance, we put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. The weight of the world, a silent plea. In the mirror, a stranger I'd see. Darkness whispered a relentless foe. In the depths of despair, alone echo. But the stars, they whispered back to me songs of hope of what could be. With every tear, a lesson learned. In the flames of fear, my spirit burned. Through the storm, a distant light, a gentle touch in the dead of night. Magic found in a beating heart. A new chapter, a brand new start. Now the stars, they sing so clear. Melodies of love drawing near. From the ashes I rise anew, embracing life, a view so true. In the dance of time I find my face. With every step I embrace grace. The magic she held, a guiding light. With freedom I had my inner might. In the dance of time I find my pace. With every step I embrace grace. The magic she held, a guiding light. The freedom I had my inner might. In a small town down in the valley, I found peace, a soul set free. We put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. In a small town down in the valley, I found peace, a soul set free. We put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. In a small town down in the valley, I found peace, a soul set free. We put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me.
In this moment, now we're free. No more chains are holding back on us traveling on those tracks. Now my feet, the beat of my street, and I'm walking along the bully beat. The hard times came, never left time of dreams. I never met friends, betrayed me, friends weren't there. You know my mom drank herself into a chair. My father wasn't there for the age of 18. And then I fucking changed my name. Cortana girl entered my life with rose-colored glasses like the Ignite. I gave away my heart to a woman who didn't deserve it. What did I ever do? When I lost myself and I thought and promised hope wasn't there, and I gave up on all promises. I almost took my life 7 different times, but I still didn't give up, I still hit the grind. I gave myself away like nothing. The hard times came, never left time of dreams. I never met friends, betrayed me, friends weren't there. You know my mom drank herself into a chair. father wasn't there for the age of 18, and then I fucking changed my name. Cortana, girl, entered my life with rose-colored glasses like the Ignite. I gave away my heart to a woman who didn't deserve it. What did I ever do? When I lost myself in a thought and promise, hope wasn't there, and I gave up on all promises. I almost took my life 7 different times, but I still didn't give up. I still hit the grind. I gave myself away like nothing.
Okay, now that I've actually got my microphone on. Yes, I know. I'm a dumbass sometimes. So now that we can hear me, hi, welcome back to my favorite, wonderful, immortal. I'm glad to see you here, first time chatter. So here, like I was saying before, here's how it works here. If you have a question you want to ask, go ahead and ask it. Just make it as simple as possible so I can understand it. I ask you to choose numbers here to help me with your shuffle and choosing your card. 1 through 10 is your shuffle amount. 1 through 52 is your answer amount. So choose your numbers that feel right for you. I don't care if you want me to count all the way to the end of 52. I'm okay with that. That's why I give you a set of numbers to count through. So whatever you choose is right for you, and I will give you the reading that you need today. I will tell you the exact truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, the unbridled, ethereal flame. I will set your world on fire and set your world ablaze if I have to. So I want you to know a transformation happens here. So whenever you're ready, if you are, please let me know what your numbers are for today. And if you just want a general reading and see how it works, just say general, and I'll give you what you need to hear. Hopefully it resonates with you, something like that. So let me know whenever you're ready. I'm going to have a puff of my tobacco while I can. So, okay, 26. What is your first number, 1 through 10? So 1 shuffle, 26 card. Okay? You got it. So I always do a pre-shuffle, which I call my cleansing shuffle before I give anyone a reading, okay? And this is just me randomly shuffling the cards, however my hands feel like they want to shuffle them, okay? So we're just getting the cards out, and I have a homemade deck that I use. This is not your normal tarot deck, so you won't expect to see some of the normal cards you normally see here, okay? So just warn you there. It's a homemade deck I made for myself. I use it to help people. So here, when I feel like the cards are right for you, and then I will say this is your shuffle amount, okay? So here we go. I feel like they're ready for you there, and you just want a general since you didn't have a question, so I'm going to give you a general. Is that what you want today? Yes or no works. Okay. 1. Fuck. All right, there was your 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and the 26 card is now on top. So all of these are 25 cards going on the bottom of the deck. The top card is yours now. And here is what you need to know for you today. All right. So, the cards kind of help me navigate what you need to hear today. Hopefully this resonates with you. If any of this resonates with you, please take it to heart. If some of this doesn't resonate with you, I completely understand. Take what you can from this either way. I hope you have an enjoyable experience here. So what I'm feeling from you right now, and what I feel like you've been experiencing recently, is you've been trying to get your house in order. You want to get the right ingredients to something you are making or something that you want to create in your life. The fermentation card is all about gathering the right kind of ingredients and make sure that they all come together at the same time so that those ingredients can turn into an elixir that lasts a lot longer than your normal ingredients would. It turns into an alcoholic beverage we call beer, but I'm using it as the example of how to fermentate our life. We give the sweetest parts of our life over to that cup. that we want to fill in our lives. We know we have to face some of our own worst fears and anxieties, so that's the yeast that goes in there. Then our hops and barley are like the bare essentials of our moral code and what we stand for and all of that stuff. And then the spices are what we decide to add along the way on top of everything else that we've been taught or told about our lives. And we adjust that flavor to how we like it. I call that the cup of life. And that is what you want to drink from your whole life. That's the kind of life you want to live. That's the kind of thing you want to have happen in your life, right? So now we are getting the right kind of ingredients together, and we have let them fermentate so they become something and transform into more than they were before, into something that comes together, because all of that shit's got to break down enough for you to be able to mix in all of that stuff as well. So right now, finding out what you need in that cup is what you're trying to discover, what taste you like, what taste you don't like. You have to adjust the recipe, whatever. But now you're getting ready to strain, as I like to say. That means you're getting ready to get all of that crap that you had in there, the little bits that aren't going to be good for you to have in your body. You're going to just strain out all the liquid and keep all of that bullshit that you've been keeping from yourself, and you're going to throw it into your compost pile that's in your magical mind there. So after we have finally something that can nourish us and keep us going, what do we do with this nourishing, positive energy we are going to be expressing within ourselves? Because as we drink from this cup, we refill ourselves with that positivity, with that positive drive, with those goal settings, with you becoming a better version of yourself, and learning how to tend back to yourself once again. Now, maybe, just maybe, things have gotten a tiny bit out of control. Not so out of control you can't handle them, but somewhat of your life has to be kind of pulled together. You have to basically move the coals around just a little bit so that you can focus that energy so that it's one single flame instead of a bunch of other flames. Adding more logs to the fire, or maybe letting one of those logs go down and not be so high anymore, is what you need to adjust. But what are you doing to tend back to your own needs that you really have to have in your life? Now, I'm talking about need, not want. There's a difference. Need is something that you actually will fill you up, will heal your wounds, that will make you feel a ton better. A want is something, I want a car, I want a Barbie doll, I want. We all know what those voices in our head wants, right? So they're saying to you, now is the time to get back to tending to yourself and taking care of yourself. Basically, you need the biggest spa day you've ever had in your entire life there, immortal. You need to have a moment of rest and rejuvenation, is what they're saying right now. They want you to rebuild your battery up and refill yourself up so that you are getting back to doing some of the self-care stuff you need to do for yourself in order to have the energy in life that you want to have. You are being presented with a very important path in front of you right now, because no one's asking you to be honey badger or so dedicated to a path that you don't think about it from time to time. You do sometimes have to make a plan that's easy for you to follow and obtain. The unseen path is all about combining two different paths together. In my deck, there are two different paths, the easy path and the hard path, okay? The easy path is about goal setting. It takes 10 steps for me to get to my dream and goal, but every step is a step closer to that dream. I have to celebrate each dream, let every dream be obtained and rest from it in an appropriate amount, move on to the next goal, dream, celebrate it, all the other things all over again. It's an individual step, an individual process. Or you can just go for it and say, nah, I don't need steps, I can just get what I want right now, but I'm going to have to climb over those obstacles that are getting in my way up to this point, whether they be anxieties, worries, depressions, whatever they are, getting in that way. So what we decide to do in ourselves is we decide that we don't want to do it easy. We don't want to do it hard. We want to find a way to do it, have our cake and eat it too. The unseen path is your cake and eat it too, but with a caveat. It's asking you right now that when I found this path in the forest that I found, before it was like I would say, a normal 12 by 12 patch of grass area that was covered in a bunch of actual reeds, right? And it's time to cut through the bullshit that keeps you from that. And it's time to own up to that and say, I am good enough and that person belongs to me. Right. And right now, It's just cutting through that last little bit of reeds you don't see so you can see the end of the path. So that's what they're advising you is you don't make a plan that's easy for you both to follow, because this isn't just a you thing anymore. It's a you and her thing, right? So we have to include her in the journey in order to make this work. But what you're really being asked to do today is this. You got a very special card in my deck. This is my brother's card in my deck. And my brother did do something to put himself in his own prison of sorts, right? He had to go pay a price for the things that he'd done to himself and to others. And when he was in there, he made a very, 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 very standing up for myself choice for himself. He went to jail, prison, not really prison. He went to a workhouse, which was basically minimized jail, honestly. And he was going for an offense that he had to own up to. But he put himself in that position. He put himself in a place where he would have to maybe pay a price for that. I'm not saying you did something so horrible you deserve to pay a price for it, but you kind of put yourself in the same old cage over and over and over and over and over again. What you need to remind yourself is, today is parole day. Today you are free of those burdens. Today you don't have to let them control your life anymore. Let them stay in the jail, those things, and transform yourself into someone who's more positive. My brother did something really negative. He will never be able to make up for what he did in this world, but he tries. He tries to be a better version of himself. He tries to make it right. He tries to own up to his mistakes and make better choices. He is in a healthy, committed relationship. He doesn't have the same things he used to have before. He's not lost without a compass anymore. He knows what he wants and knows where he wants to do it with. But he had to decide he was ready for that, because he was a person who always put himself in the same position over and over and over again. Even before this, he did this. It finally caught up to him, and he put himself in his own FM prison, you know? And I'm not saying he went and did, I don't know how many times, and I don't want to say what he went through, because that's just his story to tell, not mine. How do you find her, though? Well, here comes the gist of it, okay? First, oh, wait, we got an ad break. We're taking an ad break for Mortal here so he doesn't lose anything here. Ads, ads, ads. Go away, ads. Hey, if you want these ads, subscribe or become a Turbo member. But definitely come to twitch.tv. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. Give me some biddies. Give me a tip for today. Whatever you feel in your heart, you're ready to do. I greatly appreciate that. All of this is free for you. I hope you get what you need here. So, Raven, are you still here with me? We had an ad break, so I wanted to take a break so we can touch on this, because I do have messages from your higher power and your guides that aren't in cards. Okay? So, from your guides to you, thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate the subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. My alert still didn't go off. See? I thought I just fixed those alerts, and it didn't even tell me. It didn't even show up on the screen like it was supposed to. That's sad. Oh well. I'm trying to get it fixed, guys. I don't know why it's not working the right way, but should have done that. Okay. Thank you very much for the subscription, though. I appreciate it, Raven. The thing I have from your guides, have you been getting like a pressure on the left shoulder near the top of your neck, kind of in this area here? It feels like someone's pinching this area of you a little bit, or massaging your area, or pushing this area of your neck at all. And I'm feeling masculine energy, really tough, gruff, kind of an attitude, soft, squishy inside, but very, 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 very I have to be a man about this kind of a situation. But when he was inside the home, he was the softest, warmest person in the world. Feels like a grandpa-like energy almost. He used to wear a necklace that was dangling right about here, and it wasn't necessarily a cross, but it was something like a religious symbol for him that had, I think, a cross in it, but it was more of a circle with a cross, and it had something written on it that he had been given to him. I don't know if this person makes sense to you or not. If it does, I have a message from that person. If it doesn't make sense to you, then that might be what your guide looks like, okay? But what the message was don't beat up on yourself so much, and you have to forgive yourself for what you think you did, because you haven't done anything wrong. You've done what every other human has done up to this point, was the message. And they keep throwing a red book in my face with a cross on it, and it's got something inscribed in there that says something like keep the faith, or something by somebody you really respected. Something in a Bible or a book, a holy book of some kind. I don't know. It could have been a journal. I'm not sure. But it's something in a red, definitely a red hard-covered book. It's got like a cross symbol on it. It looks like the Celtic cross symbol. It's got that cross with the circle on it right on the front page. It's red. It looks old. I'm not sure. But anyway, I try to do this to help validate my readings a little bit, so that you know I'm connecting with the right person. So you know what? Sometimes I get it wrong. I'm not perfect either sometimes. So I'll stop there for you today, and just let you take whatever you did get from this reading, and I hope that it did help you in some way, shape, or form. Okay? That's my goal here, is to lead you to your most positive day. Remember, the future's always in your own hands there, Raven, and you have the right and responsibility to go live the life you've been waiting to live. So, hey, you know what? Maybe it's time to go take the pretty shy girl out on a date, okay? Because there is a shy girl with glasses, blonde hair, mousy looking, who likes you a lot, and you just never thought that she could be the one, because she's a little geeky for your taste, I would say. She's got a very outspoken attitude, and she's confident of herself, but in the signs she's really been hurting a lot, and she feels like she's got like bracelets on her wrist or something like that. A certain bracelet. I don't know if it's a bracelet for any of that makes sense to you at all. This might be someone coming for you too. So, and they're just gonna have that exuberant, upbeat attitude, but in the quiet, they're gonna be kind of like that grandpa-like energy. So I don't know what they're trying to tell me here, but they're trying to tell me something, and now they're saying, just stop. He doesn't need it right now. So maybe you don't need it right now. So, I hope that helped you today. Let's play some more music for a while. This is called Mad at the World. It's an original song made with me and my AI.
But I didn't find peace, I didn't find my promise, so I almost gave up. But then came a glimmer of light, and I sang my song under a tree. Now, I truly love you by my side. I know what real love looks like, and I know who I am. Or do I still kind of lost? Even though I found true love, battling with the demons in my head of I hear voices of the future and faith. I almost want to complete their fate. She apologized myself when I was 8 years old, that I would follow the dream no matter what I was told. I looked for the signs, that I looked through the truth, but I still couldn't find the unison I almost knew. So I entered the path between two worlds, walking in the gray and finding who I needed to follow. Spiritual failing that gave me hope, taught me how to be the best person I was through magic and intuition. I guided my faith, I landed on those steps of the gods. Striking became a thunderbolt, something from my past that finally awoke. I finally found free after I left the family. My mom already died on me. She found true peace in the end. My father and I are now good friends. People don't understand the heart I carry, the giving compassion I have buried. I gave myself beyond all that I could. You don't understand, I gave more than I should. To where I lost, no longer am I not. I am the unknown. You see, that's what I offer to all who come to me. A new beginning, I can't place a destiny. But right now I need to take some time for myself. Suss myself out before I go living out. I guess my compassion and my anger inside, I guess I have too much control, then I let it go. I need to be happy and at peace at last. Let me lay in the river and let it float me down its path. I don't want to go back to the van I was, or the old person that walked away from, with the power of the divine by my side. The fire that lit me deep inside. I walked through the doors to my new path before, because I don't know if I'll come back anymore. 10 lines I've lived them and have been crap. I can't believe I lived through that. So I say to you, on my final phrase. She apologized myself when I was 8 years old, that I would fall.
I had to turn that off first. It happens. It feels like it happens around Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Forgot I turned my microphone off down for the song. Sorry about that. So what I was asking you was, okay, what I was saying, if you see the number 26 lot, in numerology, that's an 8. 8 is all about infinity, or it's actually about give and take. So it's trying to help you, remind you that you can't just be a giver in your life. You also have to remind yourself you have to take back that which you give. And it feels like, from what I'm feeling from this symbol, it's more of a guide to protect you, show you when that balance is either coming into focus or you're losing that focus. That's what I would take that to mean. But that's my honest, unbridged opinion and my psychic intuition saying. So, oh. Yeah, basically. It's a twin flame number. But you haven't found that twin flame yet, I don't think. I think that twin flame is still yet to come. What you had to do is kind of see what you're going through right now from what my guides are telling me right now is you kind of had to learn the lesson of what you didn't want in your life so that you, when you are ready to start to find love, when you're ready right now to find that twin flame energy, now you'll seek out the right kind of energy rather than the wrong kind of energy, the kind that will be fulfilling, that you actually want to have in your life. You'll actually find that soulmate. I'm getting that strong day. Today is me and my wife's anniversary. We are twin flames. We are soulmates. We've tied our souls together in a very magical, real way. We've done this, as well as a very personal way of doing this, and a very mundane way of doing this as well. We did the marriage thingy as a mundane thingy. We grew as a couple over 18 years and something like that. Is she mousy with dirty brown hair, always kind of smiling around you? Is Bella that girl? Is she? Because when you said Bella, I start seeing this girl. Or has she been mousy like that before? Okay. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Someone's knocking at your door. I don't know if you're ready to answer the door yet, is the question. I'd go see if that's something that could happen there, if you're really interested in that. Because I think she is interested in you. She just doesn't think she's got a shot because you're way more popular or way better in her eyes. You're too good for her. And you are just right for her, honestly. I think it might be Bella. When you said that, I saw that image in my head of that person. The second you said that, I saw that her image in my head. So I'm willing to bet it's Bella. Well, like she's going to come back in your life somehow. She's going to come back into your life somehow within the next year, 6 months actually. I would look her up on Facebook or something like that too. You don't have to give me full names here, guys. I don't need full names. Protect the people you love, just in case someone's watching. So the only reason I'm canceling that one, or I'm gonna moderate that one off, is because I don't want someone's name to be out there who didn't give me permission to use their name. Okay, so don't take this personally. I am deleting that comment for that reason only, because I'm trying to protect that person. If I can actually do this, because I don't even know how the fuck to do this anymore. Nope, I just want to do. Oh, fuck it. Oh well, it's there. I don't know how to do. Whoops. Try not to use full names here, guys, just in case we want to protect someone's safety. Okay? Because I do understand you guys have lives, and I don't want you to get unhurt. People can take these and do weird things with them sometimes, and I don't want you to get hurt. You know. No, I don't. When you say that name, it doesn't make sense. When you said Bella, it makes sense. Maybe she did. That could be a last name. She was in a previous marriage of someone, maybe. Could be Bella. Okay, well, then I'm wrong. See? I can be wrong, guys. I'm not perfect. I don't know if you'll have a chance to contact her. I'm just saying within the next 6 months there might be an opportunity to. She may be your twin flame. She might be ready for a real, honest, good relationship. But I think she's just getting out of a bad relationship now. She needs some self-care time, and that's what it's gonna take. She's gonna come back home to mom or something like that to help heal. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she's gonna do that kind of. It feels like that's what's coming for her. Because she's going through transition. You know, she's trying to accept who she is at the same time trying to be someone new. I know the feeling. At least that's what my intuition and my guys are telling me, okay? And I listen to them. They tell me the truth. They don't sugarcoat a damn thing. You think they don't tell me everything I need to know? Fuck. You know, sometimes I wish they'd shut the hell up. No, not really, guys. I'm just joking. Just joking. No? Well, you know what? If she did, then try both names, you know? Hey, she might have too. You never know. Like I said, I can be wrong. If I'm feeling this right, she'll somehow, some way, she'll be back in your life and within 6 months somehow. And you'll have to make a decision whether you want to see if there's still something there or not. It's free will game time. You know, it's two in the what ifs. I can't see every possibility. It's too random of a chance of thingy. You know, it's like Romeo and Juliet meeting eyes again for the first time. You know. It was love at first sight. Well, it's reminding of love at first sight again, you know, and what you felt even back then. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel a connection with this Bella person or Caitlin person that you think she might have changed her name to? Caitlin Cinco? I mean, okay, try Caitlin Cinco. Try Bella Cinco. Try seeing if any of her friends are still her friends on Facebook and say, hey, do you know how to get a hold of? Oh. Well, there you go. What stopped it from happening then? Why didn't the marriage go through? Why didn't you go through with the marriage then? Communication? Oh. Maybe you need closure so that you can find the right one. Maybe you need closure from her first before you can find your twin flame. And maybe that's all the conversation needs to be. I just want to close this book and say, I want to know why. I just want to know why you just left without saying anything to me. What did I do? I just want to know so I can move on. You know what I'm saying? And I think maybe that's what's coming that you need to go through in order to get to what you want the most. Because I don't know everything, like I said. They don't let me see all the possibilities all the time. Sometimes I can see them really clearly, and sometimes they're so muddled I don't know what's going to happen. Because it's too based on everyone's free will. And people don't think that destiny and free will go hand in hand, but they do. You have a certain thing you're here to do, but that doesn't mean you don't have the free will to change that. You have the free will not to believe in God, don't you? You have the free will to believe in whatever the hell you want, right? No one can stop you from what you think in your head. And I need to warm my coffee up again. Oh, does anybody else have a question for me? Well, like I said, sometimes I tell you things to validate that I'm connecting to the right things. So if this kind of validated those feelings and thoughts for you, just to kind of give you your closure without actually talking to that person, so I can give you your closure now by just you saying, hey, today write her a letter, put it in a fire and burn it away. Write her what you need to tell her and let this last little bit go so you can find your twin flame the way you need to find it. But I still see a mousy girl. I don't know if it's her or not, but maybe there's a chance for reconnection, but I don't know. I don't know. You have to find out why. First, you have to find out why she left, you know. And that's what I think is the most important part that you need to know. But yeah, so maybe you've moved on and now she's the example of what you don't want, and now you know what to look for, you know? Beth, maybe you can help me answer this question.
Okay.
How do we know we're thinking of each other as twin flames? How do we just know? Because someone's asking that question. And I'm like,
Huh.
I know how I feel it, but I don't know how she feels it. It's just there. It's like it's effortless.
It's like, how do you know that your lungs are
Yeah, how do you
getting
know?
full of air?
Yeah, how do you know your lungs are getting full of air? How do you know your organs are getting the right kind of ingredients to make them work correctly? It's that feeling. It's just so effortless. It's so easy. It challenges you and makes you face your worst fears, but still feels like someone's supporting you along the way of that as well. And usually when your twin flame is thinking about you, you start thinking about them. That's usually it. When you start really
That's true.
when you really start thinking about, like, when my wife's in a really lot of pain like she was yesterday, I could feel her all the way down in the bedroom because we have that kind of connection. But that's over 18 years of building that connection, tying our souls together in a magical way and a mundane way and a mental way. So we have taken every step to tie our souls together. When we die, we will die together because we are one soul. We are not two souls. We are one soul. And that's what we will go back to when we are done with this world. And that part of me that no longer wants to be here and that part of her that no longer wants to be here will either go swim in the ether or swim in the dark. Whichever way we do it, one way or the other, it will end for us. It will be the last time we have to come here to Earth. Usually when I'm thinking about Beth or when I'm getting that signal, it's kind of like, it's always kind of like that. It's kind of like something's twitching behind my eyes a little bit because she has an ocular problem. So I start seeing a lot of flashy ocular thingies for me. When
Yeah, you see my ocular migraines.
Yeah, I see her ocular migraines, but I see a lot of images in my head because it plays a movie for me in my head. They talk, sometimes they speak, but it's more of a telling me, showing me the movie, and I'm just explaining the movie to you guys, you know? And sometimes it just pours out of my mouth too. Yeah, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It feels safe. It feels like home. It feels like all your worries and cares could disappear just because you walked through the door. You know what I'm saying? That all your bullshit doesn't matter because they love you even because of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't just love the good part of me. She loves the icky, horrible man I can be. If I want to be, I can be that person. I'm not choosing to be that person because that's not who I want to be. But that person's still in me. That person still exists. She had to learn how to love that part of me, even though it didn't take us very long to figure that out. We still, over the years of marriage, had to deal with our own demons that we were battling with inside. One person fell down, another person tried to help support that person, another person fell down, that person supported them. And it was a constant give and take that we had to learn how to do better at. And we had to learn to give and take from each other appropriately. Even if that meant we have to give her bad news or news she doesn't want to hear or something she's not comfortable in hearing. And there's not much I can surprise this woman with, okay? All right? I haven't done something so horrible that she would run for the hills. I'm not a serial killer trying to trap women in the bottom of my basement, if we had a basement to do that in. Okay? I can barely walk down a hallway. You think I'm going to be planning mass murder with this thing? Okay. I'm just saying, you know. So, you know, but when I knew it for sure, okay? When I knew it for sure, she was my twin flame, it felt like I had found home. It felt like I had just walked home, where all my worries and my problems do not matter. It's a place where I can just rest and be who I want in a comfortable way. So that's how I knew she was the one. And then she said silly, wonderful things to me that made me pay attention that she was actually flirting with me, because I was a dumb guy who didn't know he was being flirted with. Okay? And it was. She almost gave up on me, and I was glad she did, because it was going to be that last try for me, and it was it. And I'm glad I paid attention that day, that's for sure. 18 years has been the best years of my life. We've been through the shitstorm, yeah, but we still made it through every last one of those together. And when we couldn't do it together, we supported the other person until they could. She's seen two sides of me I really never wanted her to see. The suicidal part of me, and the part that was so broken it didn't know how to fix itself. At one time I was that. I'm not that anymore, but I was that, but because I chose to change and she chose to support that change. She encouraged me to change. She encouraged me when I said the words, I want to live my day like Ari did, basking in the sun, getting her belly rubbed. And she was a cat who taught me how to be what happy meant, okay? A cat. It took a cat to teach me what my happy was going to look like. You know, and I had to stop saying, why am I worrying about the world when it doesn't matter? There's nothing I can do to affect that. I can't change what just happened. I can only affect what could happen. So I tapped into my gifts, started listening, went and got the help I needed, and I sang my heart song out to my wife. So you want to know how to find one true love? Here's how you do it there, okay? Today, on a piece of paper, write 10 inward attributes of the person you want inside. Kind, generous, stuff like that. Then on the other side, things that they like to do, things they're interested in. Not a body type, not a faith, not a political leaning, just a straightforward, what they have on the inside and what they like to do. Then, I want you to go buy yourself a blank key of some sort that says do not duplicate on it, or just a blank key. And I want you to hold that key with a red candle. Yes, go ahead. Get your butt in here. I'm going to finish my story first, and then you tell them here. Get a red candle, light that candle, and then I want you to sing with your whole heart out to that twin flame, the song that will bring her to you. Okay? That's what I want you to bring today. So when you are done with that, read both of those sides of the page, and then think about the woman or kind of woman you're interested in as you burn the page. And then whenever the key resonates and is close to that person, it will be red hot. When you are close to the person, you can share your key to your heart with the person who matches what you said on that page. And I did this for myself. And about 3 weeks later, she's walking through the door telling me about how cold her nipples are freezing off, okay? Preach. But if I didn't sing that heart song out to her in our relationship, she would be dead. She was last suicide attempt of her life that she decided to take. She had physically died. She heard a song in the ether. She said she came back to find that song, and then she found me because she followed that song. And she said she came back from death for me. That was her words, not my words. Those were her words. I came back from death for you. And I said, I hope I'm worth it. And she's never complained since, so.
And I never will.
So, you know what? So, in our magical lifetimes where we believe in fate and destiny and all that stuff, there she was fated to fall in love with me, but she still had to free will choose to come back from death to get it. She had just been in the worst divorce of her marriage of her life. She'd been constantly beat up on and beat on things and things who didn't believe in her and things like that. She was waiting for a guy like me her whole life, but she couldn't find it because I wasn't where she was at. She wasn't ready for me. We weren't done cooking. We weren't done cooking yet. We were barely out of the pan when we met, but we were good at it. We're going to sit down at that and start to enjoy the flavors of this new thing we found, you know. And I'm so happy. I tell her every year, I'm so happy you came up to my window and told me how cold your nipples froze off, because that was the best day of my life.
Can I come over and say something? Okay.
Get your butt over here.
Okay.
Oh, she's going to use my cane. That's good.
Yeah.
My lovely wife, Beth.
Hi, folks. I just wanted to share with you when Joshua sang to me. I was in a coma in a hospital. And every doctor that I talked to said my suicide attempt should have been successful. They didn't know why I was alive. Okay? This is how strong love can be. This guy sang to me. My spirit recognized it. I was essentially dead. But he sang to me to get me out of there. That is important. This is why I love him so much. He literally saved my life. And I know my family is so appreciative of him. My brothers love him just as much as they love me. And that's all you need. Mm-hmm. That's all you need. Love.
My family loved her. Her family loved me, because they saw the love we had for one another. Right. They saw how much we needed someone like the other. And both of our respective families, I can say without a doubt, saw us be more positive because of the other person we had just met.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and whether it was meant to be magic or a song that she heard in her head, or if it was just pre-planned destiny and a bunch of bullshit I could say, I don't care how it happened. I don't care why it happened. I'm just glad it happened.
The universe decided we were supposed to be together. We are.
And then we listened.
Yes.
Oh, all right, I have to do more readings. Get out of here.
Okay.
All right, this is your last chance to get a reading. If you want a reading, get in the queue right now.
Oh, yes. Oh, boy. Hey. Look at me go.
So key, personality, and what else? What they like to do. Like, are they a basketball fan, or do they like to swim? Do they like to fish? What do they like to do? You know? So what are her interests in? Is she into science fiction? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? What kind of things interest her? You know? What would interest you to have that in your life? What do you need? You know? Remember, write this out of what you need, not what you want. Okay? Write this because you need it in your life, not because you want it in your life. There's a difference between want and need. Okay? I want a sugar cookie right now, but I don't have the money to go buy one. Okay? I have everything I need in my house right now to get everything I want right now. Okay, I have food. I don't have money for pizza or anything for our anniversary, but tomorrow we'll go spend it and have that. So we'll wait till tomorrow. And then as you're holding that, as you have that candle lit, and you've done writing that letter, hold your key in that hand, and as you're burning it, think about what you wrote on the page. That's the last key, because as you were burning it, you're sending it to the universe, and the universe is going to take that, because they don't have pens and paper up there, okay? They get whatever we give them. So if you destroy that, that is a letter to your one true love. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're ready, you ask your higher power or whatever you believe in to make sure that that key glows red hot when you are close to a person who matches everything that could unlock your heart again. They are going to be the ones who are going to be receiving your key. You have the right and responsibility to take it back if it isn't working for you, okay? But at some point, that key will be given to her, and she will have ownership of that key, or he, whatever the case may be, okay? Earthly, throw him, welcome back in. Sorry it took so long to talk there. If you're still with me, let me know. I'll get you right now. Your reading is out right now, Earthly Empress. It's your turn. Okay. Do you have your numbers ready for me, or do you need to be reminded? I'm going to cleanse these cards off for you. And you're the last reading I'm doing for today. And then we're going to go find someone to spread our love and joy to. So, let me finish shuffling these cards off, and we'll find out what they need. And this is the last reading for today. Here are your 7 official shuffles, Empress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last but not least, 7. No God cards for you on this shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. My wife was slapping her ass as I was counting, like she was spanking herself every count. So that's why I was giggling a little bit. These cards are done. They're going back in the bag for today. Say goodbye to those cards. We won't see them again till tomorrow. I will not be here tomorrow. I'm deciding right now. I'm not coming tomorrow. Not going to be here. Tomorrow is our day. So I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be back on Thursday and Friday. So I just won't be here tomorrow, okay? And then we have the reading you've been waiting for, because we counted those cards out already. Here is what you need to know about that sister thingy, right? Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, how is she feeling about you now, right? Well, right now, most of what she's feeling is that she sees you kind of getting in your own way, your problems and your issues kind of getting in the way of what your happiness is right now. Yeah, just don't do it for a specific person, okay? Please don't do it for a specific person. If you do it for a specific person, that person will end up hating you, okay? Do not do it for a specific person. Do it for those attributes, not a specific person, okay? That's my only advice to you, because if you want that person to never want to be with you ever again, you put a name to that, because then you're taking away their free will, and that makes them want to hate you, okay? So just FYI, okay, when you're doing that, all right? So, Earthly, she just sees you letting your problems and your worries or things that are getting in your way a lot. At least that's her perception of it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she perceives, okay? I don't think you have a real issue with this. I think she thinks you have issues, and she thinks you have things you have to correct. You're perfectly fine with the way you are and don't need self-correction from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You've already been compared to her enough, haven't we? And the other thing is, your eyes are opening. The seeing eye is all about seeing the world for how it really is. Learning how to appreciate that. Learning how to see that. The world for what it really is. How to appreciate what is right in front of your eyes, that's always been there, by the way, that you just had to go, oh, wait. I found it. My key. Ooh, look. It's right there. But you got to open up that eyes and those minds to see the world in a new, different way. And she's seeing her world open up. Right? Exactly. But maybe that's something she wants to correct because something happens in her life or something has happened in her life to open up her eyes to what she's done, to what she has been doing to herself more than anything. It's not necessarily against you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about her anymore. She has her path. She has her power. She has the path she has to claim. She has to own up to that path. Walk the path she wants to walk. Talk the path she wants to talk. Do the things she says she wants to do. She's being hit by what I call a mythical baseball bat or 2x4. It's a big fucking square piece of board that if he slaps you in the head, you're going down, okay? So, if she's not living up to her own expectations, she will get knocked back down to a place where the world or the universe will make her do it. So, maybe she's adjusting her path right now. So, what she thinks of you is because the question you asked was how does she think of you? She sees you a person trying to own up to your power, walk your path, but I don't think she believes in you, okay? She doesn't believe you can do it or have that kind of power or kind of willpower to do that. She doesn't think you're capable of those things because you've always shown her something else. She's your sister and she's always going to be super critical of you, no matter what you do, okay? All brothers and sisters are like this. But the thing you need to do there, young lady, okay, Earthly, all right? Because you don't speak and you don't do this, maybe you have to take the hard path and stop being worried about what your goddamn sister thinks. Because the hard path is all about being determined with that own path. So she sees you being determined to become this person you want yourself to become. She thinks maybe you need a rest to let it soak into your life so you actually understand what you've got right now. And she sees you trying to be a healthier, better person, but she's still that super critical, super over analyzing. I have to be perfect, or because perfect was put on her shoulders, right? Am I on point here, or am I blowing shit out of my ass? But someone's got to open up their mouth and say something. Then you want to repair your relationship with your sister, then you have to start to move past what she thinks of you and own up to who you are and say, look, I am this. If you can't love this, and then she's going to say, of course I love you. And she's going to say, of course I accept you. I just don't want to see you hurt yourself or get in hurt or pain. It's more out of a concern / I have to be mommy all the time kind of issue or daddy issue or something. And then it's time to do that, Empress. I'm just saying, right here, telling you she thinks you're doing this anyway. She thinks you're doing that anyway, you know? She already thinks about you like that, right? Let's show you again. Searching. It's like putting up a boulder up a hill, like Prometheus or whoever the guy's name was who pushed that damn boulder up a hill but could never get it up the damn hill. You know why he couldn't get up the hill? Because he was never meant to get it up the hill. He was meant to step to the left or step to the right and let that stupid boulder fall down behind him into the ravine that's been conveniently put there by God. Okay? Right? She doesn't think you can move on. She doesn't think you see the world for what it really is. She doesn't think you have the kind of power to walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do. She thinks you're going down a harder path than you need to, trying to get to the result, but not getting where you need to go. But you still have to let it soak into your life. You can't just keep running and running and running. You have to eventually take your rest break, put those electrolytes back in your body, rest for the next race, right? Well, yeah, I closed my queue there, G Dragon, because I'm done with readings for today. I apologize, but I will be back on Thursday because I will not be here tomorrow. I'm taking the day off for my anniversary. We're going to go have our date day tomorrow, and I want to save all of my energy for that, okay? But I will be back on Thursday and Friday, and then I return to my normal schedule back on the 17th, Monday through Friday, 9 to 12 Central Standard Time. Remember, guys, if you want a reading, I do try to do this as much as possible, but my body sometimes breaks down, and I can't always go the 3 hours, so that's why I give you an in-between hours, okay? I want to have something to do a day, but I'm not going to break my body to do it. My body tells me I have to go lay down or get something to eat. I go lay down or get something to eat. And I try to be very honest with you about all of that guys stuff. So thank you all for your wonderful blessings for me and my wife's anniversary. Hopefully we'll be able to do something later. I'm going to go make some ramen or some rice for lunch today. We didn't get any tips today for that, so we can't get something out to eat today. But we're going out to a very special sushi shop tomorrow, and we're going to eat like it was our brilliantly beautiful soulmate. Because 8 years ago we went to this place, and we want to go back and revisited it one more time. So I am doing awesome burrito. We're just waiting. We're just finding someone to go raid out to. So feel free to stay with us, and talk for a little bit. But I have closed down readings for now. So, and I really do appreciate everybody's well wishes for me and my wife's anniversary. It has been 18 years married, 19 years together. So, you know, it has been a journey. It really has been a journey. Let's turn the lights up just a little bit here. So we're going to go find someone to go give our raid love to. And today I want, if you are a non-subscriber, please use this to help you with the raid message. If you are a subscriber, please use this as your raid message. Please enjoy your emotes and all of the other special things you get with your wonderful tier 1 or 2 or 3 kind of a thing there. I really do appreciate everything everyone has done for me today, giving me the opportunity to come here on my anniversary and give back to you. Really does fill my heart. So thank you for all that you fill in me every single day. I truly love and appreciate you. Let's see who we can go say hi to. Oh, we're going to Greek Goddess. Yep, I haven't been a Greek Goddess in forever, so we're going to go see Geeking Goddess. She is a reader. I haven't seen her on stream forever. So I'm very rare opportunity to go say hi to someone I haven't said hi to in a long time. So I want to go say hi to someone and say they're our tarot reader too. I haven't been back to their stream for a while, so I don't remember how their readings are. But let's give them a shot. Anybody else who needs a reading, let's go give her the beautiful star crashing wonderful thing we would normally give all of our beautiful people we visit. Thank you for coming along with me during this raid, because that is what we're here to do. Spread the love and joy. Hey, and if you're out there and want to help me and my wife have the best anniversary ever, send enough money for us to have pizza, some Coke, and some hot wings. About 50 to 60 bucks would be awesome. So if you find it in your heart to do that for us today, thank you. If you can't do that, I still love you and appreciate you. So thank you very much. Have a great day. I'm getting out of here with the song that I made, my rap song called Mad at the World. It's a 6-minute song, so maybe we won't do that. Nope, we're going back to the original. So I wrote this song today for me and my wife. It's called Magical Freedom, and we're going to go out with this one. So I will see you guys tomorrow. You know what I meant.
We finally began on the path we were meant to explore. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. In the whispers of night, where dreams softly tread, our love finds its wings on which it is led. Through the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, older the tune. And this is what I have
And they get
to
extra
say, my
cards
dear,
every
in the symphony of life it's your
Jesus
voice
Christ,
I
what's
hear.
happening?
With the valleys of stars
The
over
Unknown Prophet,
mountains
welcome
of blue.
in. Welcome in,
Our bond is
Raiders.
the rhythm, our hearts are the tune.
How was your
And this is
stream?
what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With every note that we play, with
Welcome
every
in,
song
welcome
that we
in.
live, we
Just got a
live as
labradorite and a
fairy
moonstone.
will. In love's
It was not very shiny. Maybe I'll throw it at Mr. Niels.
we are
Make it shiny.
magical freedom. Our spirits entwine in the depths of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. The canvas of the infinite sky, where the whispers of the wind gently sigh. There's a tale of two hearts in the silence. They speak of the magic within, the freedom
I don't know
they
if I can see
see.
my moonstone. It's
With a
my
touch, the glance in
I have
the
another